guys, welcome back to TezMania TV. I want to thank everyone, first of all, for giving amazing suggestions for how to improve this channel. Thank you very much. I have a lot of ideas of my own and a lot of yours I really like, so I look forward to getting to work here on YouTube. And this video is actually something that I'm doing for the first time because you guys requested it. Well, not the specific setup of this video, but you guys, or some of you, requested that I do more like daily vlogs and stuff, more like peeking into my life and stuff, I suppose. So in today's video, I thought that I would take you through one of my work days, actually. So we're going on a little work trip today. And most of the footage in this video will be recorded on my phone because the camera that I'm using is the camera that I use for my company as well, and I won't be able to use that while I'm on a project for a client, so I'm going to be using my cell phone, which means the quality is going to be a little lower during those scenes. So if you don't know what I do for a living, I'm a freelancer. Most of the time I work from home, but sometimes I pop around to a client or I go to a specific location somewhere in Sweden. And this Friday I am going to Gotland, which is an island off of the southeast coast of Sweden. I've never actually been there before and I won't be able to see much of it because I'm going to be working, but it's still going to be fun to go there. And I'm going there with a client to meet and record for another client. So it is a video production project. And I do a bunch of other creative stuff in my studio. A lot of it is graphic design. I do a lot of like prints and stuff for companies. I sometimes do websites, I take photos, I translate stuff, I write documents, like all kinds of creative stuff. That is what I do for a living, and I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna start off by actually packing a suitcase full of equipment, and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what I use, and then I'm gonna take you with me on this little work trip. Obviously, I can't show you anything from the actual production, like where we're gonna be or the client or anything like that, but just so to get like a little bit of a feel for what it's like to be a freelancer. Recording is the first part of the project. After that, I get home and I edit it for a bunch of days and then send it to the client, and then they give me feedback and I do some edits, and then we have a final product, and it's, yeah. I do all the steps. That's why it's good to hire a freelancer, because you're only dealing with one person who does the whole job instead of like a team of people with 100 different opinions. So yeah, let's take a look at what I'm packing and how I'm packing it, and let's do that. For this specific mission, I am packing my small kit, which contains the following items: 2 Godox LED panel lights, a power strip with 6 jacks, 2 Sony video cams, only one is shown here as I'm using the other one to record this, a clapper so that I can sync the sound files when I'm editing, 2 Zoom microphones, 2 backup memory cards, conversion parts that let me mount the LED panels directly onto the cameras instead of onto separate tripods, headphones so that I can check the sound, 2 mosquito mics, and 2 Manfrotto camera tripods. So there you have it. Now I just have to fit all of this into my carry-on bag. And yes, obviously there are some cords and batteries and stuff in the bag too. Like I said, this is my small kit, but I do have several larger bags and more equipment, like extra lights, more tripods, backup cameras, and so on. I do prefer my small kit though. So, the island of Gotland is located in the southeast of Sweden, roughly 200 kilometers away from Stockholm, which is the Swedish capital where I live. Visby is the name of the largest city on Gotland, and you either fly there or you take the ferry. I woke up at 6 a.m. and didn't sleep well, so I was so freaking tired. I made breakfast that I took with me and left home at about 7 a.m. I took the subway to Stockholm Central and then the fast train to the airport. This one lady didn't understand why the seats on the train were spaced out. It's like, did you live under a rock this entire year and miss the damn pandemic that is going on? Anyway, I got to the airport, and because of COVID-19, the airport was almost empty, and I checked in on the way there and brought my travel-friendly size work bag, which doesn't need to be checked in, so I could bring it on board the plane. So everything went really super fast and smooth at the airport. On the plane, face masks were mandatory, the passengers were spread out so that no one sat next to someone from a different group, and the SAS airplanes have a fantastic air system that switches all of the air in the airplane cabin in 2 minutes, so fresh air was pouring in throughout the entire flight. Also, the flight was only 30 minutes, so it was so fast and comfy. Once we landed, I had pre-ordered a taxi that waited outside and took me to the location of the shoot. Again, Visby is the main city on the island of Gotland, and it holds a great part of Swedish history, being labeled the best preserved medieval city in all of Scandinavia. It is actually marked as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which makes it an important landmark. It is a very popular vacation destination during the summer period and hosts events like a medieval week and the largest political gathering of the year, referred to as Almedalen, which is the name of a central part of the town of Visby. The architecture features both modern buildings as well as some seriously old ones and hosts a beautiful natural harbor. The town is built on a small hill, so you have a beautiful view over the rooftops just by walking up a couple of blocks. The small roads that connect the inner parts of the city are all covered in cobblestone, and there are lots of shops, restaurants, and beautiful alleys. I'll leave a link to the Visby Wikipedia page in the caption box in case you want to learn more about it. After finishing the shoot, I had about 3 hours before the ferry back, so I had lunch with my client, took a stroll through Visby city, and had a glass of bubbly on a beautiful terrace before heading to the ferry and the trip back to Stockholm. The ferry terminal was packed with people and super warm, so that kinda sucked. Once on board, I had a great seat, not too close to anyone else, and the trip took 3 hours, so I watched 3 episodes of The Umbrella Academy on my iPad while sipping some more bubbly. Getting off the boat was a hassle. This one kid had a really long, insane fit and screamed so that like half the passengers moved away because it was so freaking loud. There were also problems with a security door that got stuck, so everyone was all crammed together for like 15 minutes. Ugh, I could have done without that. But the bus taking me from the ferry to Stockholm City was nice and air-conditioned and quiet. And once I arrived at home, my husband came to pick me up. So yeah, I was exhausted, really warm and pretty hungry when I got home at 9 p.m. that night, but it was still a great day. If you guys like this new Come With Me segment, will you let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or putting something fun in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, do no harm, but take no shit. I'll see you next time.